go back on the air?
We did.
When we started.
Yep.
No, we were at Kev's house.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah, we were at Kev's and we were sitting at the bar, and Jared was probably what 9?
Yeah, this was what, at least 3 years ago.
Yeah, so he brought
No,
9 or
probably
10
4.
years. Yeah,
It
so
was
probably about,
pandemic, guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
so he was around 8 to 9 years old, and Aaron's brother Danny's there, and we're playing. So Jared played.
Robot Rep Danny.
I played a bard. Jared played a fighter, wizard, whatever the fuck it was.
Like that.
Eldritch Knight?
At the
Eldritch
time, I
Knight,
think
that's what it was.
At the time, it was a wizard, though.
Yeah, it was a wizard, but he wanted to fight melee with the wizard, so Kevin made him an Eldritch Knight.
I fixed it.
Yeah, so anyway, we're sitting there, and Danny played a rogue, and I did something where I'm a bard. I'm range. I'm not going to go in for melee. And Danny goes,
We're back on the air, by the way.
quit being a... And
We said worse. You can say it on the air.
Oh, I can't?
I'm just letting you know we're just on the air.
Okay.
That's all I said.
We say a lot of bad words.
Danny
I don't think we
goes...
normally use that word, though.
He goes, quit being a pussy. And my son goes, yeah, Dad, quit being a pussy. And I'm like, what'd you say? He goes, stop being a chicken, Dad. And I go, so you know the context of what you just said.
That's even worse!
Yeah. And I'm like, not again.
Kids are great.
Especially in D&D. It's great.
Oh, that's so good.
So it's a family program.
Oh,
That's what you're saying.
he got, it was funny because, and it wasn't, we were sitting here for that episode, and his character got killed. Mm-hmm. And he was just sitting there, and he went, tears streaming down his face. He's like, my guy's dead. And we were like,
It was really awkward.
like he was so emotionally attached to that.
Aaron got that picture, too. He's
Yes.
just like...
and he posted it on like the initiative syndicate. He's sitting there. He's like,
so
He
distraught.
was stressed.
it's like he,
like he lost.
It was like
the
he lost a
Super
real
Bowl.
person.
yeah, like all the stock market with all his money just dropped. Oh God, I'm gonna jump off this building.
Like, what am I supposed to do now?
Never gonna financially recover from this.
I'm like, God. So my buddy that does the 3D printing, he has another character, and I killed him one episode. Luckily, he got revived, but he 3D printed him a tombstone. And it says, "Here lies Carnum." That's like a date from when.
That's pretty good.
He's like,
He
this
may play a little bit like Aaron.
yeah.
Aaron may have also accidentally helped get him killed one campaign.
Yeah.
Or 3 people.
Yeah.
Including himself.
Yeah, because he
Are
got
these
me
the
killed.
people in the note that he killed?
No.
I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah,
No, I
they're
said
coming
you
back.
may have helped.
Nobody killed anyone.
Because Aaron kind of has this thing where he likes to go off by himself. And he did this time. And then his friends wanted to back him up. But they paid the price for him wandering off by himself.
Just happened to be a very powerful dragon.
Yeah.
that Killed half of our
Anyway,
party.
we are back on the air. We had some technical difficulties. It is storming
In
outside.
our area.
Storm
in
and
our
Norman.
area. Like, it's like hardcore storming.
Yeah, not softcore.
All along the eastern and midwestern areas of the United States of the Americas.
Guess where
As-
we're at?
As Billy from Family Guy would say, it's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain. It's raining sideways.
The weather will make you moist.
Because it's rain.
So,
All the women on the thing.
we were
just
getting ready to
cringed.
take our 15-minute break anyway, so that kind of worked out. We were building some of the tension. So, thanks for joining back in with us. Sorry, we can't control when the power goes out. So, but it's back on, and we're gonna get into this. So, you have explained to them that you heard some people sound like they were coming up under a trap door in the room that you were in. What? And you are? Where are you? You said you were posing somewhere.
Yeah, posing is a good word for it. So
He's leaned against the wall.
is the gym over here?
Maybe like one of your friends.
So we're in this room. I see Crispin hauling shit out of the room. We're
Crispin didn't.
or not
Crispin's
Crispin, Fig.
Fake turn invisible.
I told you guys to run because there was someone coming, and then I crawled up on the wall.
So on this table here, so this room is like a nice kind of secluded area. You know, just a bunch of tools. Doesn't look any kind of crazy. So I'm gonna sit down in this chair, just kind of pop my feet up, have my bottle of moonshine out on the table, pour myself a little glass, and just be like big chillin'. Light a pipe. No, I think he's more of a cigar guy.
And
He'll
which
light
room
a
is this?
cigar.
Which room are you?
Did it not update?
Like backwoods cigar.
Yeah. Oops. It's basically just leaves. A little bit of twine.
Okay, yeah, I see you. Okay.
Not even tobacco leaves. It's just,
It's just
random
leaves. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to
Did
hit,
you get the
I had
bog
to hit
leaves?
refresh or like I disconnected and then.
I see. I got you. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Feet up, stogie going, moonshine, just like how everyone else is. Seclusion.
Okay, and you're
Hanging
still
out.
spider.
I'm climbing on the wall trying to get on the ceiling.
You are. There's not. Yeah, you're successful. It just takes you a minute.
Yeah, I can move 20 feet. So,
Yeah,
Not
you
even
make
that
it. It just takes you a second. You get there.
Yeah, and Fig's hiding right next to the door while like being invisible.
You hear some scuffling and you hear some muffled voices coming from the other side of the door, but no one seems to be coming through the door.
Okay.
Cool. Just post up here for a minute. Does it sound like Boglock?
No, it's it actually. What languages do you speak?
I speak giant Luxodon, which is true. I do speak Luxodon. Hell, here we go. Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Luxodon, and Vulpian.
Volpian.
Vulpian.
Vulpine, that's Fig's race.
Vulpian. Yeah, we talk in Fox sometimes.
Yep, talking
That's
fox.
Foxy. I knew what the fox says now.
Yep.
Fire, fire.
Burn.
Beavis.
You gonna eat that?
Yeah.
if it matters, I speak Celestial, Druidic, and Sylvan, although I don't think any of those are going to be useful
You
here.
don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Common, giant, sylvan, thieves camp, Vulpine.
Yeah, you don't understand what they're saying either, but you do. You're
Oh.
speaking in Draconic.
Yeah, that
not
makes sense.
Luxodonian.
Makes sense.
Son of a bitch.
No Loxodonians here.
I'll save it.
Save
I
it
don't
for a
waste
better
it.
time.
The Loxodonians are not known for their stealth.
Yes, they're very loud, you know.
Are we on Tatooine?
No, they won't. What was that guy's name in my one shot? He looked like a cookie.
Sergeant something.
Yeah.
I kind of remember. I just can't remember his name though.
Yeah, he's got an eye patch. I don't remember. It was like Snickerdoodle cookie or something.
Yeah, so you can kind of make out the occasional word, but like I said, they're talking pretty quiet.
Okay, I would like for Rufus to also hop up on the table and just kind of curl into a little ball in the center and just be chilling.
Okay.
And
I'd say Lemmy and Veldar, you guys hear this kind of quiet down there. You're not sure what's going on with your friends. What do you want to do?
we were trying to be quiet, so
Good job. It's working. Right. But that doesn't sound like our friends.
it's true.
I
Something's
left
wrong.
my bird with you guys.
Oh, yeah, we're fine. We just wait.
Is the bird telling us, like, giving us a play-by-play
The bird
update since
can't-
you're telepathically communicating?
The bird can't talk, but it can communicate telepathically with me. So basically, if the bird starts like screeching and flipping out,
Yeah,
That's
so it's
the
a
signal.
one-way radio.
yes. But if you guys tell me stuff, then the bird can tell. Yeah,
Do we know that?
I would have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just making sure.
she did say that earlier.
So, I guess, in the meantime, while I'm kind of dragging stuff to block the door in case anything comes up here.
How are we gonna get back in?
We're not.
or not?
Nothing off board to the room.
Well, she can just tell us through the bird.
Yeah, true.
Just say, hey, let us in. We're outside. But
No,
besides-
she can.
She
The bird doesn't talk.
All the bird can do is like move around, movements.
I think Fig is a message spell. Cantrip.
we'll
I
figure
can
it
also
out.
theoretically crawl in if I'm a spider.
Message works.
I love
I
it
have
when
the
a
message.
plan
I just
comes
assume that
together,
this is normal
kind of.
for the group that you all leave and then
Yeah,
he
we know.
barricades
We
the
know.
door.
We know what we're doing.
Where am I at?
I'm
Did
not
I not say
concerned.
I have
You're
no
in the
idea
room.
where
No,
you
you're in
are.
the
Yeah, we have no idea where you are.
He's with us. He's
Okay,
with us.
so you're hanging out with them too.
So
I'm still going around.
I will like try to get a little bit
Got my
more
book.
information about our new friend, like where he's from. Like I feel like I don't know enough about him, because like he said he's murdered people.
He never said murder.
Took care of people,
He didn't say that either.
unalived them, doesn't ask for names. So I'm just gonna try to like
They
get an
weren't
idea of where
important
he's
enough.
from, like what's his upbringing, like just small chatter. Because I mean we're not doing anything besides barricading this door. So yeah, I'll just start out with like a simple answer, like simple question and answer, like, so where are you from?
I would go ahead and reveal that I grew up on a farm and many miles away. Simple upbringing. I don't know how in depth we want to go through the whole thing, but yeah, I would share elements of my backstory about where I was raised, parents. I went to a blacksmith to learn the trade.
And I guess with that is just because what concerns me is you're on this brigade, this traveling brigade for work, and just being like a strong hand. What's your motivation? Like, why? Why are you here?
Trying to avenge things that were done that were both to my family. There's an element of avenging some wrongdoings, as well as things that have happened to me personally.
Do you have a name for who you're trying to avenge? A party or clan or?
No.
Okay. A little worrisome, because again, he seems a little too goody two shoes kind of thing. But we kind of need somebody that's gonna be willing to take a hit or two. So
Don't trust him, but he's a meat shield. So.
I thought really you were gonna go. We need some more, moral up.
Yep.
But
We need
no.
a meat shield.
But we need a meat shield.
Every good team needs a meat shield.
so yeah, like I said,
We don't need morals or ethics,
Yeah.
just human
We're just
shield.
looking for somebody that'll take the moral high ground. No, we just need you to stand in front and take the hits.
like I won't dive too deep. Again, not trying to upset him at all. Just more of just kind of small talk and chatter.
His answers seem that he has them. He just doesn't really know you that well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna pry. I think the only other thing I will ask is, how much longer do you think you have in your journey? Like, are you getting close, or is this just a job to make money to help fund that journey?
Money is not of importance. For me, it's fully about the journey, and there is no end in sight.
Okay. Is this something you want to, and again, just asking very general, is this something you want to just do yourself, or are you trying to recruit for it?
Not by myself. You know, any journey with friends is much more beneficial than one without. But also not actively trying to recruit those that are unwilling.
Would I know anything about oaths?
Oaths?
Like, yeah, oaths for like paladins and things.
You may not know the entire specifics of them, but you know that oaths are very serious to paladins.
Okay. Do I know the repercussions of like oath breaking?
Oath breaking on a paladin is all dependent on if they follow a deity or not.
Okay. But I would know that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I guess I'll ask that. Like, because again, you seem very goody two shoes. Who's your oath towards? Like, who do you represent?
I saw you? No, I'm just kidding.
I throw up crypt gang signs.
He says as he's wearing his red hat.
Oh my god. Yeah.
No, I would say I took I took an oath of devotion.
Okay.
Wu-Tang?
Several years ago.
So
I am still aspiring to be worthy of it.
Okay. Maybe juggalo.
Maybe a juggalo, we're not sure.
See him pull some fake.
Took an oath to the Dark Carnival.
Yeah. Okay. And this will be my final question, just about what he's trying to do. Does this task you're doing break that oath, or is it within the means?
Like being on this specific
your end goal.
mission with
No,
this group?
your end goal. What you're trying to accomplish. The avenging part. Does that fit within your oath?
Yes.
Okay. I figured that's enough to pass a few minutes of time. But like I said, the door is completely barricaded. I just keep stacking chest upon chest. Hopefully while he's helping me, because he's kind of strong. Just again, trying to barricade this door.
I think I'm sitting on the bunk, the bottom bunk, legs crossed, with my prayer book out, kind of trying to fix some of the graffiti that Otis has done. And like every time that he adds another piece of furniture, I'm like, fuck it.
It's so funny how we reverse roles as the characters from one campaign to the other.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Parents. Okay.
there's no way it's that big on a frog. That's not proportionate.
Let me circumcise this frog.
God damn, that's a huge tadpole. Oh, that's not a tadpole.
So yeah, otherwise, I guess from our standpoint, we would have no way to communicate with the rest of the group.
How long has passed while we're sitting here? You know,
Honestly, it's only been about maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
yeah, so nothing like to really worry about. The
Yeah,
bird's still
nothing
like.
alarming. The bird's been fine.
Does the bird look antsy or anything since the whole?
Almond's just sitting on the table, just being a bird.
Bird.
So 120 feet.
Oh, what
Yeah, so would I have known the location of the locked door area?
We would have talked about it
Yeah,
in
we
case
probably-
we need
yeah.
help.
Okay. I think
Well,
that's
Otis mentioned it when he was telling everybody about the room with the locked door.
Yeah, the layout and everything.
how far is that away from us? You would have to look. I was gonna say.
It is.
Because it could go through the ground.
So you guys could step outside of your room and look over the balcony and see down. So the squares on this map represent 5 feet, and then you
think
guys
it's
are about
within
probably 20 feet in like on the next level.
You're 81 feet away.
Yeah,
Our
Okay.
room
Within
is.
range.
what he said.
Okay,
Yeah.
so with us being about
A diagonal about 100.
80 feet away, I'll get near the door. Try to cut off anything that could block it, because like I said, anything over a foot wide will block the message spell. That's wood, metal, or
Okay.
I'll send a message to our spider and just ask, how's it going?
And you hear a spider voice come through because I feel like her voice is a little bit distorted. There's a trap door, and I think they're speaking Draconic.
It's like Charlotte's Web.
I'll relay that. I'll relay it to you guys. And again, send another reply back. Just, do you guys need any help or know what might be going on down there?
They haven't seen us yet.
Okay.
Are you relaying like what she says back to
like
us?
word for word.
Like yet? Are they trying to get seen or?
I'll send a message back. Are you trying to get seen?
I think Otis is. He's pretending to drink. No, actually, he is drinking.
There it is. I was gonna say.
When he says pretend,
Just
he
successfully
relays the
drinking.
pretending. He's like pretending. I'm like, no, he's drinking. That
Thought he
sounds-
was possessed for a minute.
I'm like, no, that sounds more like it.
I will send a message down, and I will just say, well, I guess you would be able to hear me. Well, like I think, can you guys hear me when I cast message?
If
Well, you
you
just
have
the
to
one
individually.
Target.
You'd have to. But I mean, it's a cantrip, so you can do it as many times as you want.
Well, I was
Yeah.
saying like, would they be able to hear whatever I say? right now?
The enemy? Like,
No, like so, like if I'm talking in the room, or
No.
I'm doing this
No,
message,
I believe when you cast the message
it only goes to the
cantrip,
target.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
a whisper only I can hear if you're
Yeah.
targeting me.
I will.
the target and only the target hears the message.
I will send just very snippets because again, I'm trying not to distract them from what they're doing. Our new friend, it might be more than just a goody two shoes hero, and that's what I'll send. And then,
Okay. Well, I guess the question for us is, do we want to push further?
I was gonna see if there is a crack in the door that I could get through in the top and try to climb through.
I mean, they're small enough you could go under or over,
All right, I'm gonna
or
climb
through
through.
the keyhole.
I'm gonna climb through the top, crack the door, and up onto the ceiling.
You don't have comprehend language, do you?
Me? I'm not right now. I don't think. I don't remember if I can learn it or not.
So as you're kind of scouting out and about, you don't understand exactly what they're saying, but you see that there are several large humanoid lizard folk here that are taking these crates and dragging them down through this trapdoor.
Do we see lizard folk guarding the dragon eggs in that cave?
You did not.
It was a
Okay.
kobold.
Those are
Kobolds,
kobolds,
okay.
yeah.
But what's his face did mention.
So
lizard
basically,
folk.
these are for those of you who don't. I've never seen a lizard folk. They are a humanoid lizard, just like Spider-Man's the villain in the Spider-Man movies, or I don't know,
The
anthropomorphic lizard person.
when the cultists were speaking with Bogluck, the colonel overheard something about a strong room, a tunnel, lizard folk, and then the name Bogluck.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's the tunnel or the strong room. Probably what I'm in is the strong room, and the tunnel is below us.
Let me see.
So I have to. Your cards. Do you remember your cards?
I had the card of the moon.
All
But
right.
you had a personal card.
Each individual ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the
I remember I
void.
was the rogue. That's easy to remember.
Got it written down.
I swear I wrote it down.
Rogue.
Do you want everybody's?
Mhm.
Yes,
I just want to be reminded so I don't hand out duplicate cards.
Otis is Uriel.
Mhm.
Lemmy's Ruin.
Mhm.
Fig is the road.
Mhm.
And I'm the void.
Great. He's like, what are you guys talking about?
I'm
you were here for that.
not a card.
Not yet.
No, I think
What
dream
is
of
the-
card looking at night skyline.
Oh, you got one later. That's
Yes.
right. I
Oh,
forgot.
yeah.
You got the flames or something?
The night Crispin no
Well, if that's true, you should,
just to
you
leave
should
them
get away,
shadow
Just
lurking on side
away from Fig.
of road with chains glistening.
The flames card.
Along
Yeah.
with red eyes, no fear and confront this being, but God is watching me. Fire in these eyes, smoke in the woods, flames embroil this creature that burns. Christmas card with image shows up on.
Did you say Christmas card?
Crispin.
Oh, I was like,
I thought it was Christmas card.
Yeah.
too. It's like, damn.
so scary. Christmas card.
Yeah. So yeah, fire.
Okay, so
Eyes, chains.
So, what's everybody's cards? So, Crispin, your card is.
Crispin's is the
the
flames.
flame.
Flames.
Mine's ruins.
Fjord is the void. Fig is the rogue. And Otis is the Gorgon or Uriel. Assuming I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think
never
so,
wrote
yeah.
it down, but I can't find it. So, oh, here it is. Uriel. Curse card. I haven't looked it up yet. Did anyone else look them up?
Our cards? No.
Yeah, I know what I looked them up before because we were talking about the deck of many things.
Yeah. I think I've told B what the rogue does in session, or what it means per se.
Yeah, I'll give you guys the definitions if you guys want them later. It's not a secret.
Mhm,
You guys
yeah.
will be able to find that out.
Okay. I don't know. I think Figs thinks it might be too risky to push any further tonight.
Lemmy,
Ah, shit.
as you're having this conversation, asking your new friend about his past, as you were talking more specifically about his oath, you swear you saw like a shadow form behind him,
Okay.
and you felt a slight chill.
I think even not knowing Lemmy, visually in the face, you can kind of see a little bit of a flushed look. Definitely kind of a little nervous, especially when he kind of explains his oath and as the shadow kind of appears. So, yeah, you'll kind of see a flush. I would say not completely frightened, but definitely like something's going on here, something bad. And just be so I roleplay this correctly. That shadow is not one I'm familiar with.
No.
Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah. So
No, for just like a split second,
just
maybe the way that the candlelight flickered in the room, it almost looked as if there was some sort of a humanoid, cloaked, shadowy figure standing behind him.
yeah, like I said, just visually frightened about it, but not unwavered yet. And I think that's kind of maybe why I didn't dig so deep.
Okay. As far as you with the lizard folk, what are you doing?
Currently I'm just watching. I think
You're just watching them load the crates down into this underground passageway.
Yeah, I'll watch them for a minute, and then I'll probably. Well, our goal is to track them, not to stop them necessarily. So, I guess I want to wait until they go so that I can maybe try to crawl underneath the trapdoor and see what's going on there.
It's all you do when you crawl down in there. You see a tunnel.
Okay.
It stretches for a good long while. And it's very dark down here.
Okay. Just crates?
Well, they're moving them. They're hauling them down the tunnel. They're not just storing them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm not going to continue on by myself.
It's
so
probably smart.
I will return to my friends and sort of whisper squeak to. Well, Fig's invisible, so I can't do.
True.
But
Wasn't sure if anybody was gonna come out.
yeah, whisper squeak. We should go.
Yeah.
What's in there?
They might hear. I'll tell you upstairs.
They just think I'm talking to myself. I'm a
All
frog.
drunk, just.
I'm a frog with a pet dragon drinking moonshine at a table.
Okay, so I crawl along the wall so I'm like nearby, so I'm like close to you, and I can sort of spider whisper and I describe everything. And if Fig
Fig's
comes
close
over,
enough to
yeah.
listen.
Well, we could leave. I could try and get their attention in like an innocent kind of way, like I drop my glass and they come out to investigate, and then you guys could sneak in there. I've talked my way out of worse situations before, so don't worry about me. But I mean, we may not get another chance to explore what's down there. And if it's something related to cult, they're taking these boxes of what was in the boxes? Treasure. Yeah, I never really saw. I just fixed them.
I don't know if whatever's down there is something that we can handle without everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying to do that, but just get recon so we have an idea what is down there.
The tunnel.
Yeah.
I just saw a tunnel.
Well, a tunnel going to where though? All tunnels got a
stretched.
destination.
It's stretched out.
Again, I don't think we'd be.
Where are the dragon eggs down there? That'd be important to know.
I didn't see them.
But you didn't go
It
all the
could
way to
be
the
one
end.
of the crates. I don't know.
Is Resmir down there? That'd be a good thing to know.
We can't communicate with the rest of the group because I can't communicate much farther.
We don't know
With
how
the
long
bird.
that tunnel goes either.
And same with message, it only goes for so long.
How long you be spire for?
I think it's 2 hours,
Where are we at with that? We're like 7 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
So I mean, feasibly, you crawl on the ceiling, just go a little bit, just spider, living spider life. Pretty incognito.
If we don't think we're gonna do anything else, I could use my last pack slot to make you an invisible spider.
Yeah, but how big of a spider are you?
I'm
Just like
thinking
quarter
like
size.
daddy
Yeah.
long legs,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
So
almost transparent.
I mean, you're in a tunnel, so spiders are a norm down in.
That's what I'm
What if
saying,
lizard
man.
folk eat spiders?
I
that would be
don't
bad.
know.
So I'm not gonna show Bill this.
Yeah, but if it's dark down there, yeah. So if it's dark, it's not like they're going to be
Yeah, that's fair.
looking. Oh, there's a spider. Yum.
Yeah, they're carrying shit. They distracted.
If you're
I-
climbing on the ceiling, they're really.
I mean, I don't want to put you in danger or anything, but I think it's good to know what's down there.
God, sounds like
personally.
So if yours quiet for a long moment, then if I die, I will haunt you, and then I.
If I die, I will haunt you.
Now who's the meat shield?
Got it. May frog ye just be with you. In the name of the frog, and the bog, and the tadpole, and the squirrels.
Did you say squirrels?
We got squirrels in the bayou. Don't be hating.
I'm not there talking to you. I just.
It's like I knew Crispin's talking shit about me. I can hear
I
your
can-
By
thoughts.
default.
I'm in the prayer book. I'm like,
Squirrel.
why is there a fucking squirrel in here? It's like a tadpole. Like you just made.
So, I'm
Instead of
going
the
to,
cross, you just did a
return to the
tadpole.
tunnel.
Or
as long
a
as I
lily
can do
pad.
so relatively safely.
Yeah, they're not paying attention to you.
And I'm just gonna start crawling and see
You're,
what I can.
you're a tiny spider. They don't
Yeah,
care at all.
I didn't figure. I'm gonna stay like on the wall or the ceiling. As I crawl down the tunnel, I'm gonna.
It's not a problem. You're able to follow them for a little while.
Any changes? Just more tunnel?
The tunnel goes on for a good long while. I mean, how long do you want to follow them?
hour and 58 minutes.
Maybe
So
not
they're-
that long. If it takes you that long, you'll turn
Yeah.
it back into a Asmar.
So they I only walk I think 20 feet. My walking distance is only 20 feet as a spider. So I'm not sure I'll be able to keep up with them anyway.
Did you hitch a ride on one of the crates?
I don't think Fiora's quite brave enough for that at this point.
You just hear a spider voice. Fuck Otis. Fuck Otis. Fuck Otis.
Fucking frog.
Fucking frog.
Green bastard.
I mean, yeah, you can follow them. It's not going to take like an hour or anything to get there, but I
Druid
mean,
can hate at least one.
it does
hit.
take a little while.
Yeah, I'll follow him for a while. I want to give myself plenty of time, so
So you follow them for what feels like a pretty good long while. Now they are moving a little bit slower because they are trying to push these crates down this damp, dirty, hand-strewn tunnel. This is not a paved, easygoing tunnel. There are several other things here that want to try and eat you while you're moving down through your other like insectoid predators, things like centipedes and scorpions and.
I'm hoping being on the ceiling I'll avoid at least some of that, but
Your druid intuition seems to be kicking in, and it's almost as if they recognize that you're a spirit of nature. You follow them for, I would say, a good half an hour.
I don't want to go more than 40 minutes.
When you see that there's a little bit of light peering down on what looks to be some sort of an opening. And they're hauling them up out of the top of this, like a ladder that leads out into somewhere. Do you want to go see where it goes?
Yeah.
Okay. They come out into what looks to be a spot that's screened by trees and brush from the camp. It doesn't seem like it's very far. It just took longer to get there. You're in some sort of clearing in the woods.
Any particular markings, buildings?
They are traveling to what looks to be a castle.
Whoa,
Okay.
castle.
I make notes.
Yeah, there is an old structure that looks very castle-like. The moon sort of catches it and like spins off of the sides of the tower, and it's definitely a castle. This isn't a massive castle. This is not Castle Grayskull or anything, but it is definitely a castle.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to mentally, like, I'm gonna look up, see if I can figure out which way is north. I want to be able to pinpoint which direction we need to go if we could go above land, basically. And then I'm gonna return to my friends.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you get back very uneventfully. You're able to talk to your friends. I don't want to draw that out any longer.
Yeah,
It
no.
has to be.
Yeah, no. that's
No,
good.
we probably go all up to the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll go back to the room.
I probably climb through the door, and if they're not paying attention, I sort of web right in front of Otis's face, just try to scare him.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Did I splat a spider? Or no, actually,
roll.
it's gonna be tongue. He's gonna go.
Ooh.
Does that do damage?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't have a attack for tongue.
It's an unarmed strike.
So an unarmed strike would do 0 damage because it's strength based. And that is a 12 to hit.
I'm not actually sure what my AC is as a spider. It is 12.
Yeah.
All right. So I catch the spider.
So right
Oh,
as the
shit.
tongue hits me, I go Fiora sizing.
Oh!
We're sitting on the table now.
It's your lucky day. I'm not going to haunt you.
This isn't you haunting me? It kind of feels like he is.
No, that would be way worse. Come on, let's go. We need to go back to the room.
Warning next time. Jeez. All right, let me clean up my area here.
Fig goes and tries the door to a room. It's not working. It's locked. I thought these doors didn't have locks.
When I hear the shaking of the door, I'll cast message and be like, "Is that you?" Towards Fiora.
Yeah, it's us. We got some more information.
You'll just hear a lot of cluttering.
It's gonna take like 20
smashing.
minutes.
I'm just like pushing the chest over, like trying to get him inside. So, very Looney Tunes-esque.
I feel like you only get the door open like a smidge too. We have to like squeeze in there.
Oh my gosh, that thing's big, small. Well,
And I describe everything that I saw.
a castle.
So castle. Would we know any castles around this area?
You're not from here, so no.
I'm also not aware of any castles.
I know-
We're around.
We're
What?
north of Waterdeep.
We're north of Waterdeep, yeah.
And I'm gonna
I
describe.
grew up in
the-
Goldenfield, which is just northeast of Waterdeep.
Fig would know.
Yeah,
All of
so
the information about Waterdeep's in Waterdeep.
Golden Fields,
Mhm.
Waterdeep, and we're up this way.
Okay.
So probably one of those, realistically,
Gotcha. All right. I wouldn't know that far up.
but we wouldn't know that.
No.
So I would have figured out, like, tried to figure out what direction we would need to go if we were going over land to go that way, and
That's where Chris grew up.
sort of like roughly figure out how far away. I know I'm doing it as a spider, but you know.
So here's the
This is in the
map
Discord.
for where you guys
Chat.
are. You guys have come from
I don't know if he would or not.
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Okay.
Ooh, is it Helm's Hold?
No, it is not.
From the way it sounded like it was an abandoned.
So the way that you guys came, if you look all the way on like the west coast of the map, there's something over there called the Mirror of Deadmen and the High Road. So you guys are basically taking the road from Waterdeep towards Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were going off to the right.
So Castle Nairtar. Nairtar. Problem. But we wouldn't know that.
No, your map is very detailed.
It's pinned on Discord.
but that is the castle.
Ooh. Wow.
With your super detailed map that you're not supposed to have.
Sorry, our players don't know
Meta
that.
gamer you.
I don't know what that means. I just know what the name is. Who knows?
I think we have a map. I just
It's
don't think it.
definitely
Probably
not
right.
a vampire castle.
Definitely not. Definitely not Strahd's
Nope,
second capital
nope, nope.
castle.
Is this
No
Barovia?
vampires in there. Not a one.
It's sunny besides that cloud up on that castle.
Okay. Well, how we find out what castles around here? Don't really have anyone we can ask, do we? Is
Well,
there
do we know what general directions?
general direction?
Damn it.
I resign.
I resigned from Mission
I'm gonna
Syndicate.
put an application in with the cultists.
That's what my 2 weeks.
You guys looking for a few good people to kill some rebels?
I suddenly follow Tiamat now. All right, let's
All
go.
hail Tiamat, she is the greatest. But I feel like you need to come in with a lot of Nick Cage added, energy.
Yeah, Nick Cage from Face
I feel like they
Off.
don't have enough Nick Cages in their group, you know?
No one does.
No.
He's got such
Don't
a
worry, I'm
wide
working on my
range.
Nick Cage. There's going to be a random Nick Cage character in the campaign somewhere. As soon as I feel like I'm more comfortable doing Nick Cage.
Is it gonna be like Face Off Nick Cage or like The Rock Nick Cage? There's
Full blown. Every Nick Cage movie is Nick Cage.
Ghost Rider.
Well, it is,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's got many faces he wears.
No, it's all the same.
Yeah,
face.
it's all just Nick Cage.
That bro always gives 110% Nick Cage.
Well, he does.
Unless it's the
yeah.
movie Face Off, and then he's John Travolta.
Yeah.
But he did a really good job of playing John Travolta, better than John Travolta has ever done.
Right?
Look, I'm not knocking the guy. I like John Travolta. I think he's a great actor.
Agreed.
But
But
Nick
he-
Cage was a better John Travolta than John Travolta has ever been.
Yeah. He's great. Can you imagine Nick Cage in Pulp Fiction? Royale.
I could have.
Royale with cheese.
And it would have been amazing. You know? I'm a huge Nick Cage fan. In case anybody ever wanted to know, I love him.
So I was, obviously National Treasure is a national treasure. There's apparently a new movie on Apple TV with John Krasinski that's very National Treasure-esque. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited about it.
I don't know anything about it.
But
What's the show called?
it's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
Lost City or something. I don't know.
Mm.
It's the one with the premise of National Treasure.
It's the one
TV.
that looks like National Treasure, only it doesn't have Nick Cage in it. You lost me, it doesn't have Nick Cage in it.
It doesn't, but it has John Krasinski, A Fountain of Youth.
Okay, that guy's pretty good too.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch it at some point. I'm excited about it because I do love National Treasure. Anyways,
Okay. So, you guys have your coordinates or whatever? You guys have an idea of where this place is at?
Now, we don't necessarily have to go through the tunnel.
Well, do we want to follow that? Because I guess we do. The cultists didn't go. Lizard folk took the treasure over there.
How many more crates are left to go down in those tunnels?
They'll be able to empty all of them by the end of the night.
So, I'm just throwing this out there. You think we could fit a couple bodies inside a crate?
not
There's
that
gonna be some
guy.
heavy crates.
I feel
mean,
like if
I weigh
we're gonna
like
get caught.
47 pounds, but my
Otis
guns
for
weigh.
sure. Otis will fit.
Fig weighs 90 pounds, but that's a really heavy
Otis
crate.
will Fig for sure.
Yeah, but they're full of gems and
Yeah.
That's
Like-
true. That is true. Gold.
So
is
we gotta
heavy.
get all the goat out. And
we
get-
have bags of holding.
I'm just saying it's gonna be loud. You know, you broke the box the one time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to break another crate open.
He's giant. I'm 6 feet tall.
Are you a giant?
He's a normal human.
I'm a normal human.
We've been
Your
joking about it.
miniature
Your mini
is
says
just
My
otherwise.
mini is not a mini.
He's
but
just he's
an
a
maxi.
he's an action figure. He didn't bring a mini. He brought an
Right.
action figure.
Yes.
I mean,
or-
what good is that gonna do though? The two squishy people pop out of a box and start blasting.
well, I'm just throwing stuff
Give
out
me
there.
all
Nobody
your
else say
money.
anything. Or we could, either do the box, we go to the tunnel, or if we got a general direction,
General direction.
I can wait again. No, I mean, if we knew, and then we just... nothing
we
says
knew
we had to
what?
stay here at the Roadhouse and just maybe take a detour that way.
Do you know which way they went? I mean, that tunnel could have gone in any direction.
So, do I need to make a roll
She is a
for
druid,
that?
so
I
maybe-
also...
I mean,
Druid,
you know where the
stars.
moon was in the sky.
I was about to say
when you saw it.
stars.
Yeah, I'm also
So I would
good
say
at,
no, you don't need to.
I'm also good
You know
at
the direction that you
cartography.
followed.
So,
You know the tunnel was kind of northeast-ish.
Mhm.
Where's it out on the map there?
Yes.
Northeast-ish from the path of the Mirror of the Dead. Body?
Northwest.
Northwest. a
so
little
would we
bit.
be
Okay,
better
so
off?
it was. I had the north part right. Look, they don't give me a
Half of
very
it.
detailed
It's the same
map.
general direction, right?
general direction.
Well,
Even you're doing it now.
would we be better off going parallel to it outside in the woods? Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean,
Depends on how thick were the woods.
yeah, and we don't know
Yeah,
if
we're
the
over
road
there.
that we was on is even gonna cross this castle, or if it's like way down yonder.
I'm not saying stay on the roads. Maybe we go through.
Depending on how well traveled the tunnel
We've
is.
delivered what we were supposed to, right? I know the cultists. They're not going to go anywhere in the next day. I wouldn't think.
Do we have a
Maybe.
specific task? Are we still just supposed to protect
So
the...
it's not like this clearing in the woods was like right at the doorstep to the castle.
Mhm.
It just you could just see it.
Yeah,
It was still some distance away.
so we're not sure that that's where they're going.
That's where the tracks were leading. They looked like
Got
they
it.
were leading towards the castle.
Okay.
It's also the only structure out there.
So they're trying to play a fast one off on us by sneaking all this shit there. Then they
Using the Roadhouse as, yeah. So they're getting everything delivered here. Taking a little side tunnel.
Our
But if-
task-
Now, I don't know if you guys caught it. Not all the crates that were marked are in that room yet.
You said some were missing already.
The ones that are missing are probably the ones that are in that room.
Yeah.
So they're not going to get them all. They're going to get whatever's in the room.
Well,
so we don't necessarily know what's in the crates in the room then, because they could be different things,
do we have any way to put something in one of those crates where we could track it?
like a tracking
Doesn't they
device.
have a locate object?
I don't have it on right now, but I can know it.
Yeah, I can do the same thing. I don't know if I got prepared.
Fig has gets this big grin on his face.
Double
So
check.
You know that
Ah.
crate that we broke open, and that necklace of ears that we got off that one creepy guy? I put it in the crate because I thought it'd be funny.
So
Did they take that crate, or is that the crate that's still
Have they
down there?
Do we know if they've taken the crate that we looked into yet, or is that one still down there? If you like check.
The crate that you put in is not in that room. It's on the outside.
Okay, so they will eventually take it, assuming that's what their goal is. Take
I've
all
also
of them.
seen the specific crates that they took, so I could probably locate those.
No,
No,
They're too
nope.
generic.
It's too
too
generic.
generic. Okay,
Some of them look too similar.
got it. Okay.
is that why you put that in there?
Yep.
Man, that's a hell of a plan, Big. Man, this guy's always thinking.
He sees in 3D.
I mean, of stealing, burning, and now these good plans. Okay, we're working our way up there, Fig. I like it. I like it.
He's like, "Yep,
I'm the hero.
Concerned about his hesitation to his answer.
big." is the
You're looking
smartest
too
man
deep
alive."
into it. You look-
He's the smartest.
take it for what it is, because some of the other
smartest
shit that he's
fox
done,
alive.
He's cunning.
take
He's
the
got
good
that
with the bad.
cleverness
Cunning
to
A
him.
lot of bad.
Well, assuming they take that crate.
I can only track it within 1,000 feet, but
Did you go further than that?
I don't know how far I.
You traveled for a little ways, about a half an hour. So I don't know how long
How
it would be.
Rough estimate, how far away did she think the castle was from that tunnel entrance?
From that point, it would probably be
1,002
a couple
feet.
days travel.
A couple days.
Only
okay.
because you'd be traveling through marsh and bog. This is not flat land.
Your homeland.
But to the lizard folk,
I can move
True,
pretty quick.
they're able to traverse this probably much easier than y'all.
So was there anything?
Otis would probably be fine.
Yeah.
He's from a swamp.
But the rest of us not so much.
Word. Was there any other kind of muscle that you saw besides these lizard people? I mean, they're real squishy. One bullet between the eyes.
There were several of these lizard folk. You didn't get an exact number.
But there's none of the cultists, no big hulking people.
No, I'm assuming that the cultists are still here and they're going to be doing another job.
I feel like we go into the tunnel. We take care of all the lizard folk. We trash all the boxes. We go out to the outside, do the same thing. Do that all night. Just ruin all their plans. So then they gotta...
Let's
they
take
gotta
all the
audible.
treasure and put poop in them.
And set on fire.
What was the name of the gnome? Like rogue?
Gemna.
Do
I
we-
think she was
Gem.
with us.
Do we?
She is.
She's still here?
Yeah.
We should find her and tell her what we found
This guy is like on it today. Look at this guy.
because she seems to be good with making plans. So
Yeah, and I think our goal was to like figure out where they were taking the treasure, not
Like,
necessarily to
exactly.
deal with the cultists.
because if I mean this could be the end of the road for us. We might not have to go to this castle, but we also don't want to have to. I mean, like, what are we gonna do when we get there? Are we just gonna check the place? Like, we need to know what to do here.
I say we destroy all the shit and then come back.
Melt all the gold.
Or we could put it all in the bag of holding, like you said. Just get rid of all of it. That foils any plans they got with it. And we were here the whole time.
And with all that, we can donate it when we get back to.
Church of Frogitas, that's right. Right in my bank account.
It's fine.
all this
No,
stuff that's
oh,
not
I pay
What?
him directly. we're like this.
So you guys are.
I
in
was
your-
thinking-
you guys are-
I was
you guys
thinking
are
more-
currently in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
talking
Whenever
quietly.
we're talking,
Okay.
I'm casting minor illusion to like generic like talking and laughing noises to
Who
try to
has
cover it.
the? I would say the highest passive perception.
Mine's
Myself
9.
or Crispin.
So it's like
17.
I'd say it's probably getting close to midnight-ish.
17.
Everything is kind of winding down. You notice that the rest of the complex is sort of quiet as you guys are having this conversation. But you begin to hear some muffled whispers coming across the way from the cultist area.
Yeah, fuck.
Hey, keep it down a little bit.
All right, good night.
Like, the shit bags next door are
Picture
still
it
awake
here.
also.
Fig puts his ear up against the door.
Pick a room right next to theirs.
So we can keep an eye on them.
They're keeping an eye on us.
Well, then we got an eye on them and they got an eye on us.
So we're just looking at them.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna open the door, step out, and close the door.
Then you crack it open because all the shit's still in front of the door.
Okay, I open it and shimmy through.
Like, if there was a fire in here, that door is a hazard. Like, when you got a couple bigger dudes in here, like myself.
And we got a fire starter too.
Yeah, if he starts a fire.
Way more like
It
this.
seems very sketchy.
You see Fig juggling torches in the corner.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start moving the shit out of the door.
Perfectly safe.
One,
I've never-
because, I mean, it's trapping us in here also. So I'm moving the shit out of the way while we're planning, like, what we're going to do.
I swear Fig's done this at least once before.
I'm just going to tell Lemmy to shut up and sit down and quit being. You just see a Jared pop out of the corner. Quit being a pussy. The colonel's like, quit being a pussy.
Well, so what do we want to do?
I went ahead and stepped out the door while everyone was arguing.
Okay.
Do I see?
No,
cultists I
their
see?
door's closed. They're having a conversation.
Can we hear him?
Like I said, you heard muffling. Like they're
I want to
they're
lean down
talking.
towards the hole.
Okay. What you hear through the hole, because the hole's not actually attached to the room.
Oh, it's not?
No, there's a space kind of in between them.
Okay.
Is there a gap
Insulation.
in the top or bottom of the door?
Mhm.
There would be a spider.
These are
again.
doors. If they didn't have it, they'd probably suffocate in the middle of the
I'm,
night. So yeah,
well, I'm just like, is it like tiny or is
why
it tiny?
most doors have a little bit of
Time to
gap.
cast mending on the door so they suffocate during the night.
I'll show them
The wood just
how to
started.
murder a room full of cultists with a cantrip. Not meant for murdering.
Yeah.
Needle of bind anything. I got 'em, boys.
Perfect plan.
That would be great to do that to their door where they couldn't. They're just stuck in there now.
Why not? Let's do it.
Can we hear anything?
You hear a couple of the cultists. One of them seems to be getting more angry, as the other cultists seem like they're trying to calm them down.
And I'm turning into a spider and climbing in the top of the door so I can hear more.
Okay. You overhear one of the female cultists She specifically is describing Lemmy.
Per usual.
She is ranting and raving about how he must have hired a professional hitman to kill off several of their cultists back in Waterdeep. And not only that, they're pretty sure that he was the one that killed their friend on the road when you guys got here. It has to be him. She's very convinced that it's him. And the other cultists are like, you need to like keep a low profile. We just need to get through the night, and then we're all going to the castle.
That's the tiefling, right? Tiefling lady. Okay.
Tiefling's upset one, and then the other ones are trying to calm her down.
So they mentioned the castle.
I still think we should.
We
speak
have
to Jim.
orders from. I don't want to even say his name, but you know we have orders and what we're supposed to do.
I'm just gonna hang out in the corner. Just listen.
Did we see which room Gemna took before we like set off?
She's been kind of quiet, keeping a low profile. You're not sure.
Okay.
You assume that she has probably snuck around into some of the other people's rooms, just casually stealing things as they sleep. That
That's
seems
fair.
very much her MO.
Can I just like? No, I have to point at them. I don't know where she is. Otherwise, I'd use the message cantrip. But I don't have the sending, so. Oh wait, we have paper birds.
We
Do you want to use it?
have
Someone
birds.
who's in the same bird. She's a rogue. It'll be hard to find her. We might as well.
I mean, the bird's gonna get to her.
Yeah, I mean, we could just send a message for her to. meet
She's
us
in
at
the
a
middle
room.
stealing something, a little bird flies in.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he just fucks up.
Lands
her-
on the person's nose.
Yeah. Just like about to like steal someone's necklace or something.
I like to think the birds are also like the angry letters in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And just in my voice, this bird's like, "Hey, what up?" Yeah.
Can I see paper bird?
For what?
I want to get Gemna. I think she can help us figure out a plan to figure out how to do this castle.
Could Lemmy like talk in her ear like he does?
No, you have to know where the person is for that to work.
Damn. Well, I guess.
It's okay. I'll make it discreet.
So you're still listening in, so we don't know.
I didn't even tell anyone. I just slipped out. And I'm just like,
We're all talking like, so what are we gonna do? Fiora, work.
I wasn't quiet. I had to like squeeze past all the barricades.
I bet she had to go use the bathroom. I mean,
She gotta take a dump. She eats a lot of fiber.
them druids usually do.
Yeah, it's just bark.
Just man, you imagine,
All bark.
you imagine that tree line. So
No bite.
just, hopefully she don't grab the wrong leaf to wipe with.
There's a lot of poison ivy out there.
I did that once.
You think poison ivy affects druids the way it affects the rest of us?
Well, I'm sure it does.
They're all like planty and stuff. And they eat bark.
That's something we'd have to look into. But we'll research that after we research how does the owlbear come out. Did we ever figure that out?
Well, you see, what I think happens is we just keep
I
going.
wish I had the silence spell. Yeah.
The cultists mentioned that they had orders from
Where
someone.
is our
Did
little
they say
owlbear?
him? Like specify
Bag of
gender?
holding.
no, he's not.
I thought you said him, but I wasn't sure.
Let me make sure my goal is correct before I tell you something
That's
that
sad.
isn't true.
I hate when I do that. But you kept the owlbear, right?
Henry? Name it.
He's around here somewhere.
Henry Hill.
I probably keep him in this like one of the empty stables downstairs and just go down and check on him
That's a good call.
because
It's an owlbear.
is it out there?
Wonder if we were able to talk to him if he could tell us how he was birthed.
Yes.
Him.
What?
That is how it works.
The voice comes from the sky. Lathander
Okay.
says yes.
Thank you, Frog Jesus.
Your prayers are answered.
The best frog used that there is.
Either after the cultists have gone to bed or after about an hour, I'm gonna climb out.
Okay.
and
You do
return.
end up getting a name, or more specifically, they refer to the person in the castle as an elf. And they constantly refer to him as a wearer of purple.
Wearer of purple. I mean, like
It's
the
the purple
purple
people eater.
robe. No.
Yeah, I think all of the leaders wear purple robes.
Fig still has that robe, by the way.
Oh, we're gonna use that at some point. I don't know how, but we're gonna use
It's like twice the size for Fig
Fashion
too.
show.
So anytime he puts it on, like it's like got the like, it's drooping over his hands.
I think we should put Lemmy in it at some point.
I
since
feel like when
we're
he's wearing it, he's like that meme where the dog is. I'm a human. I have anxiety.
Yeah. I think Fig will write to Gemna using one of the paper birds.
Okay.
To like come to our room, to talk. We got information. He's gonna write that in Thieves' Cant, so
Okay.
in case it gets intercepted.
We got 6 left.
Well, the good news is that paper birds can't get intercepted. They won't open up for anybody who is not the
Well,
message.
either way, so it doesn't get
But still very smart.
right over the shoulder.
Okay, so you send the little paper bird off. It goes. Whee! About 10 minutes later, you hear a little rap at your door.
Who the fuck's that?
No, remember Eddie Murphy on the, who is it? That's how he answered the damn door in my neighborhood.
Fig cracks
Who
the
is
door
it?
open.
Oh, Mrs.
to
Jones
look
knows a lot
outside.
of words.
See who it is.
You see a hooded gnome.
Today's word,
He opens the door.
ransom.
Has it been long enough that I would have come back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I return, and I'm not a spider.
What is that?
Nervous over
Something's
there?
Table's nervous.
We have high quality equipment.
high
here,
quality
okay?
equipment.
We spared no expense.
We're gonna fix that. That's getting annoying.
I'm gonna just crawl over to one of the beds, sit
Good
down on the bed as a spider, and then poof, humanoid again.
Okay.
I figured it twist down, but I guess it doesn't.
Yeah. Then close the door behind her.
I got nothing. It's broken.
They're taking the crates somewhere. We figured out where.
So, what do you think you should do?
Well,
We should go, steal all the loot, burn all the crates, take a dump, and then come back
We need to know where they're taking it.
to the castle.
yes.
Then I described it.
Well, that's the final spot for it. Where are they taking it from there?
I don't know.
Maybe that is the final spot. How do
It
we
could
know?
be.
I doubt it. It's a swamp in the middle of nowhere.
What
And
you
a
trying to
castle
say?
That's been abandoned for centuries.
What's
So
wrong
you
with
know what
swamp?
castle we're talking about.
It's the only castle that's been out here. Everybody knows that tale.
Well, not everybody. We're not from these parts.
Yeah, what's the castle
The
called?
history is not important. But apparently the cultists have decided that they're going to use it as a foreground. They're going to use it as a base. But I don't know if you know this or not. It's nothing but swamp on the one side and ocean on the other.
Sounds
So we have them
magical.
trapped.
Or there's something else in that castle.
Well, I
Could
mean,
be.
there's only one way to find out.
I think we gotta disrupt the jewels and the gold that are going in the crates. Like we steal them, light them on fire, throw them in the ocean.
Oh, what about this?
I mean, that will definitely not draw attention to yourselves.
They ain't gonna know it was us. We's in this room sleeping.
Who else would it be?
I mean, we haven't
This
followed
whole
the-
complex is ran by the cult. It's all a front. Surely you have to have figured that out.
Well, at this point, then they know who we are. And
They definitely want to kill Lemmy.
I definitely want to kill Lemmy.
Like that one tiefling
Are they-
spent like 40 minutes just talking
You're
about
gonna
how
have
much.
to watch out.
he
for
has
her.
he has a special
She has a bloodlust in her eye. She's not gonna rest until he's dead.
Yeah,
he has a
I
special
kinda
place in
think,
his heart for women. Women just love him, from what I've seen.
I can take
Rock
care
will
of her if
love.
you would like, but that's more blood on my blade, potentially drawing more attention to you.
So it's in
I
our
do
best.
like killing though.
So it's in our best to get out of here before they get to Lemmy.
I would say that you have three options. Let me take care of her, you take care of her, or you let it just run its course.
I think she needs to die.
Yep.
I don't
I mean-
normally say that, but I think she needs to be removed from the equation.
If you can do it quick and easy and discreetly,
I would say
Why
that
not?
there is maybe a better way. This way it doesn't look as though you're accused of murder again.
Again.
Yeah, that's one reason why she hates Lemmy.
Yeah.
She thinks that he.
I thought she meant all of us in general.
I mean,
I
Lemmy
don't never
could just
murdered anybody.
Call her out. Say, let's settle this. Me and you, one-on-one.
And then we gotta look for another partner again.
We can probably find gold.
I've
Hey,
learned
Gok's
quite
back.
a bit about the orc that runs this camp, and he has a very strange sense of honor, even though he's a cultist. He won't interfere. He won't let his men interfere. They like it when things are handled appropriately. He has a very schoolyard mentality about things. Only the
I
schoolyard
feel like
is,
I'd like to see what Lemmy does because all we see him is run his suck hole and
He must have went to
gamble.
a school where they didn't fight with their fists; they fought with weapons. It would definitely get the cultists off your back, at least the one that is angry with you, and it doesn't look like you did anything wrong.
So you're saying maybe tomorrow morning around breakfast we just have like a little scuffle in the yard?
I am just saying that it might not be a bad idea. The rest of the cultists think that it is a fruitless endeavor, and they're trying to convince her otherwise. She's drawing too much attention to them, so she's going to act hastily. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow, but very soon.
We just see Lemmy in the corner suckling his thumb.
If Lemmy is.
So I interject and say, so let me get this straight. The note was for Lemmy.
Yes.
What? Why would you think otherwise?
He said
You
it
just
was
got
for
to
me.
wa-
He lies.
So,
a lot.
yeah, we're just going to let you in on a little secret. Yeah, never listen to what he has to say.
He's a bit
So
of a,
here's a couple
That's
things.
unfortunate.
Don't
he's a
don't
bit of a
trust him with
gambler,
matches.
and he's
Don't
very
trust
good at
him
bluffing.
with anything. Don't trust him with your drink. You can trust me.
Don't
You can trust me.
And don't trust anybody that says you can trust me. Fior's probably the only one in this group that you can really trust. I'm like wavering sometimes. You know, it just depends
Yeah.
on. I'm fighting the dark and the light side,
Crispin,
and they're just like.
He
They're
looks trustworthy.
I could
Man,
be
I
sketchy.
am trustworthy.
I could be
I'm just
sketchy.
fighting demons
Fior's
inside.
like, I can be sketchy.
I'm like,
Bad girl.
I can be mean too.
I steal stuff
F
all
you.
the
She
time
don't
from
even say fuck
guys.
you. She's like,
Like
F
her to
you.
just knock over a cup of water. I'm bad.
Next time the cat
Let me get a
does
towel to
something
clean it up
bad.
real quick. But I just go around and be punching guys. That's what I do.
She throws down something, and then puts it right back where it was. Yeah.
I'll punch a baby. I don't care.
Not babies.
Not babies, never.
Not babies.
Forget I said that. A grown
toddlers.
baby, like 17 to
But
20.
definitely a puppy, but only if he's ugly.
Only.
And almost dead anyway.
But then I could. But that's kind of like.
See,
Rufus.
I'm
That
proving my
doesn't hurt
point right
Rufus.
there.
You
So,
better not hurt Rufus.
I just said I wasn't going to.
Good.
Point
Too
taken.
cute.
you know what?
He is cute.
Her and
That's a
Rufus
good
are about the
move.
only trustworthy ones.
The
Rufus
teddy bear's
spits
like,
acid.
"You're
Yeah,
gonna
but at
trust
least
me."
you know where he's coming from.
For a good reason. I mean, he does the Hawk Tua on your weapon and does extra damage.
I still call bullshit. When I was making them damn jokes, you all told me to stop.
Because it's funny when I do it.
Bullshit.
No, it's
I'm
still
calling my
not really
union.
funny at all, but
I'm calling my union rep. My agent will be talking to you all soon.
Well, as my character is learning more about the situation and the gnome that I've never met before, but now they're
Yep.
here telling us all these things.
hello, I'm Gemna.
He
Hello.
must have heard fight. He's coming down. He's like, yes! I'm going to get my ass beat.
If the honorable way to resolve this is for a one-on-one, I will also help to ensure that no others intervene.
I think it's a surefire way to at least get her off your back. You can handle it to the death, or non-violent means if you want to. That's
I like
up to
it.
you.
A breakfast and a beating. Let's go.
And if we're planning this ahead of time, we can cast some spells to assist Lemmy without interfering directly.
I don't know. That sure sounds like cheating to me.
Welcome
No,
back.
no. I say we need to see what he can actually do.
No, we don't.
Do you
Yeah,
think
like
he's going to
aggressive
do
damage.
Now he
that?
comes from out of the corner. What?
Wait, what? I'm fighting who?
So we decided you're going to fight the tiefling person to get her off her back.
I find this really
Bring
funny.
us
that
down.
he is now, this is going to be the second time with his second character he's going to be dueling
Yep.
someone.
But this time I didn't want it.
That's why you got to do it.
I was tricked.
I was strict, you see.
That's what happens when you walk away from the table.
I got
That's
kids.
what happens when.
Excuses.
Never mind. I won't. I won't follow that one up. And then a stork shows up one day, and then there's a baby.
There's a couple of
You have to
at this
dig,
table we have
butt
no
falls
remorse.
Okay, so to
We've been
recap,
through that.
you guys are going to try to get into the castle, but not before Lemmy is going to fight this tiefling from the cult in the morning.
Either that or we have to deal with her, I think.
It's either,
One-on-one.
That's the thing is either we do that to get her off her tail because while you're gone she said that she's like trying to ants up everybody to come after you. So either that to keep the cultists off of us, or we just straight tonight go through the tunnel and head towards the castle. That's the only thing. Either get out of Dodge. That's about the fastest way to get going. And
That part.
and we're going to have the dragonkin in front of us, and we're going to have the cultists behind us. So then we're going to be stuck in the swamp.
I think we're gonna have to fight her
Pinched.
regardless, and I'd rather remove her as a threat sooner rather than later.
Yeah, take the element of surprise off the table.
And then, if they do jump in, then we jump in.
I got my boomstick ready to go.
We could also lure her out. It wouldn't be the honorable way, but frankly, I don't care.
You met Lemmy, right?
You dishonorable.
That's what I'm saying.
You die like
This letter must be for you.
This letter must be for you.
I was thinking I have a hat of disguise. If I need to, I could pretend to be Lemmy.
You're gonna take a beating for Lemmy? Wow.
I can then
you
turn
are-
into a
you
fucking
are-
bear.
I feel like we see where this goes, and then we go from there. Let's see how far this
Bear
fight goes.
fight.
What is?
But we don't know. Let him. Well, he's in the room. We can't But you're going to have to do this, Lemmy.
Okay.
He's like, let me see my spells.
Regardless, I think.
What's the thing I circle? I don't know what it stands for. Because normally
What
that's
is
like
it?
where the player handbook is.
Magic missile.
Yeah, that is the book
What?
that it comes from.
What book is it? Or what does it say?
Sacco.
That's where you teabag them when
SACOC.
They're white Indian things, like small letters. Or
It's a bonus action.
There's one small letter is an O.
Wait, what's the thing?
SACOC.
What
There's
is
a-
North
the-
Coast Adventurers Guide.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't fucking have that.
What book? What does it spell?
What is it spell?
Kinetic
I didn't look
John.
at that part.
Was it?
Oh, Kinetic John.
Kinetic
Oh,
Jaunt
that's
is
for
a new spell.
Spelljammer.
That's in that's in
Spelljammer,
the.
Okay.
I think.
I think it's in the
It's in the playbook.
Kinetic. I swear it was in the player's manual or the whatever. It's
It
called.
is. It's a new spell.
It's not a new one, but it fairly because I've used they've used it before. I've had players use it before the new Master Manual came
Yeah,
out,
I think it's.
or player's handbook, whatever the spells are in.
I don't see it in here.
Kinetic Jaunt.
Not.
Strixhaven,
Strixhaven.
a curriculum of chaos.
That's what it's from. So it's not in the player's handbook. Interesting.
I'll look it up
I
on
thought it was.
D&D.
But
don't you?
it's a good spell.
Don't you have that one where you shared it?
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
just
on.
Yeah,
not in this.
he just
Oh,
has to
okay.
pull it up.
It's
I have to use my tablet,
it's
guys.
very fitting for a bard.
Yeah, it's very
Ooh.
fitting for a bard. I think it just lets you increase your walking speed, don't provoke opportunity attack. You can move through another creature's space.
You want to take mine?
That's pretty
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
with your plan in the morning of settling this one-on-one with the tiefling from the cult, and then at some point proceeding to the castle, I'll know
Yeah.
what to prep for the next time. However,
Mhm.
before we go, is there anything else you want to do before you slumber off into sleep for the evening?
I'm gonna take the second watch.
Great. Who's taking the first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Great.
I'll take third one.
I don't know how many watches do we need.
It's only 8 hours, so how long do you want to be
Four?
up for your watches?
I-
I can do the fourth watch.
Let me. You don't need. You sleep the full night. You need.
Yeah,
your
buddy,
rest
you're
in
gonna have a really busy morning.
That's fine. I'm not worried.
Bacon, eggs.
Don't worry, we'll have the
daggers,
Wheaties
it's
ready
all-
for you. It'll be fine. Do you want your breakfast before or after the beating?
I'll take
Well,
some.
after the beat, we might be through a straw. So. We'll be drinking his dinner.
Um,
breakfast.
Two healers,
How do
it'll
you
be
feel
fine.
about chewing?
I will yeah, I'm gonna take second watch, and just the reasoning for it is I want to prepare. I want to make sure I have everything lined up, know what I'm gonna do, try to play out the scene in my head.
Do we believe him? When he
We
says
just hear
that?
all night.
That sounded more like Aaron saying that, and not his
Yeah.
character. So yeah, I believe him.
Okay, because it kind of sounds like Second Watch wants to jump ship.
He's gonna take a run.
Yeah, exactly. I'll strategically take the second one when everyone's off asleep.
I was stating that out of game. I'm taking second watch.
So what's he saying, game?
Taking second. Yeah, I'll just.
So yeah,
I'll wait for people
I
to
got
like
first.
offer, and that's when I'll take my watch. I'll just kind of fit in the middle. So it doesn't have to necessarily be second or third. Hell, even fifth.
Lemon.
Damn it.
First watch goes off uneventful. Your companions sleep and rest well. Your watch, however, you're kind of mentally preparing for this fight you didn't really want to have with this person. You're not even really entirely sure why she seems to have a grudge against you, because it's not really your fault that her one friend got killed on the road and that dwarf went berserk and killed all those guys. I mean, you're not really sure how you keep getting yourself into these situations. You just want to collect bounties, get yourself out of whatever financial stress that you're in, and live your life. Why me? Is what you keep thinking. Why do these things keep happening to me? As you're kind of laying there trying to stay awake, you feel this sudden and compelling urge to look upon the moon card. The one that you've had all this time. You know that your fates and your destinies have all been tied into these individual cards. Something about the moon card seems different tonight. The pictures on the cards always seem to be sort of lifelike, more like looking at a moving picture than a painting. But as the clouds sort of drift along the crescent moon, the crescent begins to glow with a more prominence. In fact, the entirety of the card begins to turn black other than the shape of this crescent. You kind of begin to feel a cold chill run through you. You feel fearful looking at this, because this seems like inevitability. This seems like finality. You take it as an omen at first that maybe this is what's going to be your fate tomorrow. Inevitability, the end. But you feel like your friends wouldn't let that happen.
So, with me being worried, having no idea, and not really able to size up my opponent, I guess, where would we be watching? Like how just like sitting in front of the door, like, or just sitting up in your bed?
That's up to you.
Okay. I figured using one of the chests that I stacked up near the door, I'll kind of sit on one of those and just kind of watch, contemplating the card and everything, and I will. Any of my belongings, so I would figure I'm kind of just sitting there with like bow staff, tunic, nothing crazy, no armor, just pretty much my staff, just kind of sitting there waiting. I'll kind of get up and try to walk the nerves off a little bit, and I will open up the door as quietly as possible.
As you open up the door, it's as if the hinge has been freshly oiled. There's no resistance. The latch moves in a silence that you don't remember it having before.
Okay. So I'll start to, again, leaving all my belongings behind, I will start to head towards the exit, trying to outrun fate.
You feel compelled to run to the outside. But there's this sort of clinging need. There's something sort of calling you in one of the rooms on the upper level.
Can I try to fight it?
Sure. It would be a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Well then, I'll use my heroic to make it just normal roll, straight roll. Unless it's still disadvantage, or can I do that?
It's just a straight roll.
Okay. Ew, that is a 9 plus the wisdom save, so it's plus 1. Not like this. Oh wait. Oh, there's sheep. Can I probably can't do that. Expend a luck point and try to re-roll.
No.
Okay. So it's a 10.
Okay.
Not very good.
No, the DC was 35, so.
Okay.
So impossible.
I did let you roll.
I mean, I tried.
It's like in Baldur's Gate.
So
where
yeah,
you
I'll try.
chase
Like I
the
said,
roll
try
with,
to
like,
fight it.
99 DC.
But obviously,
The urge is just overwhelming, and at first you feel like the urge is leading you down the hallway on this upper level, down into a room that you haven't seen anyone occupy. But for some odd reason, you feel like the orc who runs this camp lives in that room. And as you begin to take a few steps towards that room, you kind of feel this tugging on like your shirt, kind of pulling you back, guiding you back into your room.
try to fight a little bit further. I'm not going to listen to the tug on my shirt. I'm going to keep going towards the room.
Your steps actually become heavy. It's like you become more and more fearful, as if that door is your destiny.
Did the tugging on the shirt get any tighter?
Yeah, it's pulling you. It feels like it's physically pulling you back towards the room.
So definitely frightened. Hands almost shaky. I'll reach for the door handle.
To your room?
No, towards the room ahead of me. Towards Destiny.
As you open up the door, you hear the sound of snoring coming from the bed. And the room layout is very similar to the room that you are currently occupying with your companions. Only there's one single solitary bed and a large orc that you know as Bogluck, laying there on his stomach, sawing logs, snoring away. But as you're looking, this moon card still in your hand, which you guess you hadn't really noticed, begins to illuminate the room in a sort of faint, bright white light that doesn't seem to disturb Bogluck at all. And as it begins to fill this room with this bright white light, you notice that in all of the things in this room, there is a desk in his room, and then there's one of the drawers that is completely blacked, not reflecting the light. What do you do?
How's the hand pulling on the jacket?
You still feel as though something is trying to yank you out of this room.
I'll reach for it.
As you open up the drawer, it's as if the forces of nature are on your side. It slides open very quietly. You're actually surprised that this light in this room is not disturbing the person occupying it. You notice that the light doesn't extend out anywhere but the room that you're currently in. It doesn't break out into the hallway. And it's almost as if you in this room are in entire shades of black and white. As you look down into this desk drawer, you see that there's a card. It's another card from the deck of many things. Only it's black. You can't see the image on it.
I will pick up the card.
As you pull the card that's face down, you go to take a look at it, and it shows you nothing. It just looks black, just like all the cards that were given to you and the visions that you were given before their appearance was shown. You kind of hold it in the hopes that you can see something from it. Nothing.
I'll lay the moon card, or the ruin card, or the card I have that's illuminating, I'll put it underneath of it.
Okay, so you're just going to take both cards?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you leaving or are you staying in here? The pull is becoming very great for you to go back to your room.
Use the teabag spell.
It's like 2 actions.
One on each side of the lip.
I guess concern with the sleeping orc as far as why he had this card. And me being a scared person, I'm going to take the opportunity while he's sleeping and try to cut his throat with my scimitar.
As you go to draw your weapon, you hear a voice whispering in your ear. This is not your destiny. Leave while you still can.
Don't know.
This card is not meant for you.
I'll try to whisper back, who's it for? In my mind, I guess, see if it... Who's it for?
It's meant for your new companion.
Why does he have it?
You all do.
No, like not him. Why does the orc have it?
To him, it's just a trinket. It's not meant for him. It has no power.
Will I win tomorrow?
Do you want to win?
Don't want to die.
Take the card to your new friend, and your answer will be revealed. But I suggest you move quick. He's starting to stir.
Damn it.
So I will lay... Still standing at the desk area. I'll lay one of my cards in there and walk out.
Which cards?
Just any of my playing cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you leave your card in there, and then you walk out. And as soon as you do, the moon card goes back to its normal sort of non-bright, vibrant color. You head back down the hallway towards where your friends are, and you immediately go in. You see all your companions are still asleep. Everything is right as you left it.
Do you carry any bags?
I think so.
You sound like an adventurous pack.
I have a backpack.
Is anybody awake in the room that I can tell?
Just you. You're the only one to watch.
Okay. I will slide the card into his pack without him knowing. Almost make it seem like it was fate that the card hit him.
It's pretty easy to slide it in there.
And then I will wait for my watch to end, sit back down, bow staff across the legs, and look at my card and see if the answer is revealed.
The moon seems to go back to its normal shape. You kind of feel a sense of peace.
Take what I can get.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll wait for my watch to end, just wake up the next person, try to remain calm as I can, and give no words of what happened.
Why you look guilty? What'd you do?
No, just watched.
Almost killed a guy.
I'm nervous for tomorrow, but I can always run.
Can you though?
try.
Good.
I'm good at it.
Well, Frog Jesus be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that.
As you wake up your companion, he goes about his shift, and you feel surprisingly calm. You're able to go to sleep after the high amount of stress that you've just endured, and talked to something, you're not sure what. Maybe your conscience, maybe another power in the universe. But as you sleep, you see the moon again. This time not in the card form, but just that bright white crescent that you saw earlier tonight. That crescent moon begins to turn on its side. You see a long sliver of black metallic rod form along the side of it. Then you kind of look in between the points of the crescent, and you see two red peering eyes looking back at you as the cosmos begins to take form of like a cloak, and you see a skull in the sky behind it. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Ah, horse shit. Means I'm gonna die. Ruh-roh.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We will be back not next week, but the following week,
It's, Tuesday the 2nd?
Tuesday the 2nd.
Wait, we're doing it Tuesday.
Or
Wednesday
the
the
2nd?
2nd.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Let's calm it down here.
Yeah, Wednesday, whatever Wednesday,
Wednesday.
is.
I think it's the 2nd.
I think
Because
it's
the
the
4th
2nd.
is a Friday.
Yeah,
Yes, it
that's
is.
correct.
Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. We will see you guys next week, or 2 weeks.